is all set to hear over 200 pleas challenging the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 on the 12th of September. The pleas will be heard by the bench headed by Chief Justice of India, Yuyu Lalit, and comprising Justice S Ravindra Bhatt. The pleas against the CAA first came up for hearing in the Supreme Court in December 2019 and was last heard in June 2021. Remember, the Citizenship Amendment Act was passed by Parliament on the 11th of December 2019, post which protests erupted in the country, slamming the government's decision. CAA came into effect on the 10th of January 2020. However, its implementation has not materialized so far as the rules have not been framed yet. Neelashish joining us live. Neelashish, it seems the matter is now going to be taken up by the Supreme Court, even though the central government has passed the Citizenship Amendment Act. It is now the law of the land. None of it has been implemented yet. Now, what exactly did the Supreme Court say about hearing the CAA Amendment Act, and what exactly will be the next hearing about?
Well, we must put this into perspective given the fact now that the Supreme Court will be hearing this particular matter. Let's not forget there are close to 200, in fact a little more than 200 petitions that have been filed in the Apex Court challenging the CAA, which was brought in 2019. Now, a number of pleas had been filed soon after that when protests erupted across the country. Approximately on 140 such petitions, notice was issued by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court had also indicated during one of the hearings that it would consider sending that matter to a constitution bench as well. However, it has been over approximately 13 to 14 months since the Supreme Court last heard this. There have been two Chief Justices who have been at the helm since. Now Justice Yuyu Lalit, as the Chief Justice of India, has in fact listed this matter for the 12th of September, and Justices Lalit along with Justice Ravindra Bhatt will comprise of the bench that will hear this matter now on the 12th of September. The centre has already said in court, in reply to the notices that were issued on the initial batch of pleas, that the purpose and the scope of the CAA was very limited and it was being kind of taken out of context. It was a very narrow scope, but thereafter also it has not really been implemented, as you rightly pointed out. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Supreme Court goes about this, given the kind of protests that had erupted, given the centre's response which had come out more than about 15 months ago, and also given the fact that the Supreme Court had hinted that it was inclined back then to, in fact, send this matter, to refer it to a 5-judge constitution bench. Remember, there was no such order to that effect, but it was an oral hint, an indication that was given. So with a batch of over 200 petitions, now the CAA will be heard, the challenges will be heard on the 12th of September. We'll have to wait and watch how the new Chief Justice, Yuyu Lalit, his bench decides to take this matter forward, whether it listens to the cases afresh, does it issue notice afresh, or does it look at referral, or does it in fact hear out the arguments when it comes to this particular 2-judge bench in itself.
Right. Neelashish, thanks for joining us. This is going to be a big story. We'll be tracking it closely with you. Thanks for the latest inputs.